Hey guys, happy day 27 of Vlogust and happy Sunday. So hope everyone is having a great Sunday. I am back here again with this unfinished blanket, and I know I have been saying like Friday I'm gonna have this done, Saturday I'm gonna have this done. It's now Sunday and it's still not done. So I'm getting to the end of my pink. This is how much I have. And I do have a tiny bit more of another skein, and I'm just starting another round. So I'm going to be playing some yarn chicken to see if this is going to be enough to actually get me around. Right now it feels like it's a pretty good amount, but I feel like the granny squares doing these, double crochets, they take some yarn. So we're going to see. I'm really hoping I make it. I was actually planning to, once I found out I was getting low on the pink, I was planning to just do 5 of the rounds of pink because I originally wanted 10. But since I didn't have enough, I was like, I'll just do 5 and then I'll switch back to this color. But I wasn't paying attention and I went ahead and had started round 6 and I had already did the loops for round 6. So I was like, I'll just do 6 rounds. So hopefully it's not a mistake and I don't run out of yarn, because that would suck. I really want to at least get 6. So I thought I would just come on and just chat with you guys a little bit while I work on this. We are back to our heat wave again, so it is so hot. Like, it's hot. It's like back to those 108-degree days. And it's just like when it gets this hot, like it just makes me so lazy. Like, I don't feel like doing anything. Right now it's about 1 o'clock. So it's not, I guess, as hot as it's going to get. I feel like once, 2 o'clock is when I feel like the heat really kicks in. And then like 4 o'clock is when it heats up the house. So usually that's when I start suffering the most, is like 2 o'clock. So I'm like, I have an hour. Let me go ahead and record my Vlogust before I start melting. I've gone through so much water today. Like, oh my gosh. Like, I already had I think 4 bottles of water. I was so thirsty when I got up this morning. I was like, I wanted water so much. And I do have another drink. I'll show you guys. This is really my favorite thing to drink. Make sure I have the lid on tight. I don't want to drop it or spill it. But this is kombucha. So are there any other kombucha lovers out there? This is really my favorite drink. I like this brand, this Health Aid brand, and pomegranate is my all-time favorite. They have a Pink Lady apple, also amazing. And they have a lot of other flavors that are good. The only flavors I don't like are the cherry. And I don't like the fruit punchy kind of flavored ones. And there's a tropical punch that I don't really like that one quite as much. But these are good. And I love the original too. And then there's GT is my other favorite brand. And they have one called Synergy, which is like raspberries and citrusy. It is so good. So if you've never had kombucha before, it's kind of an interesting drink. The very first time I tried it, I didn't like it. I thought it was disgusting. Like, it was weird and soury, and it just had a weird taste to me. But I tried it again a few years after that, and I loved it. So it's kind of an interesting drink. And you can make it yourself. And I actually made it in the past. My first batch didn't come out great. I'll tell you guys about it later. But how you make it is, it's made from tea, like mostly black tea. You can use green tea, different types of teas, but most commonly it's black tea. And you basically just brew a really sweet black tea. Like way more sugar than you would put, even if you like sweet tea, it's a lot of sugar, way more than you could ever drink in there. So you brew it, you make a gallon of it, and then you have to, let it cool down, put it in a glass container, and then you add something called a SCOBY to it. And I'll pop up a picture of what a SCOBY is. It looks nasty. It looks like something you do not want anywhere near anything that you're going to eat or drink. It looks like an alien. It's weird. And basically you just put that into your sweet tea, cover it over with like a cheesecloth, or like they have like special like little coverings that you cover it so like no insects or anything or dust fall into it. And you put it in a nice warm and dark space and leave it there a couple of weeks. And what it does, the SCOBY, it eats it eats the sugar. So all that sugar that you dumped in, it eats that sugar, and your SCOBY actually grows. So when you make your batch, every single time you make another batch of kombucha, your SCOBY gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And then you usually kind of just give those away to people. Like that's kind of like, I mean, I guess you could throw them away, but like nobody wants to throw a SCOBY away. So usually like you just find someone who wants to get into kombucha making, and you just peel off a few layers of your SCOBY and they can start their own batch. And you can just drink it at that point. Like after a couple of weeks, give it a taste. If it's a good flavor, you can go ahead and drink it then. But the way I like it and how these are made, it needs to do a second fermentation. So after, it's been sitting a few weeks, you take out your SCOBY, you take out some of the kombucha, you put it and just put that to the side for your next batch. And then you fill up some bottles with the kombucha. Oh, actually, before you fill them up, you need to find what flavors you want to use. So like if you want to make like a blueberry kombucha, you'll just put a whole bunch of blueberries in the bottom of a jar, or whatever you're going to put it in. It has to be something airtight. Like you can reuse these type of bottles. And yeah, so you just put your berries, whatever fruit you're going to use. You can flavor it however you want. There's some crazy flavors. There's like flavors with like chili pepper, just whatever you like. You put that in there and add your fruit, and then you just fill it up with the kombucha tea that you brewed. Make sure that it's covered, that the lids are on very, very tightly. And you set that aside. And it starts to ferment again. And this time when it ferments, it uses the fruit, and it actually becomes carbonated. So it's going to be super, super fizzy. It's like a soda pretty much. And if you're doing that second fermentation, it's a really good idea to like release some of the gas that builds up in there, because if your bottles aren't strong enough, or if there's just too much pressure in there, they can actually explode. So yeah, and then you just let it sit a while, and then you have kombucha. And you have to once you're ready, you like the flavor of it, once it's fizzy enough for you, you have to make sure that you put them into the refrigerator to slow down and stop that fermentation process, because they do have even just the standard ones you get at the grocery store, there is a tiny, tiny, tiny amount of alcohol in them. But if you let them ferment too long, they become basically alcohol. So yeah, and they do sell ones that are hard kombuchas. Love, love, love kombucha. It is so, so good. Vegan, gluten-free, organic, all that fun stuff. It does have some health benefits, I don't know. If you're into the kind of natural health thing, it does it has health benefits. If you have any digestive issues, it's amazing for that. Especially the ginger one, if you're dealing with nausea or something, the ginger one is amazing for that. And I don't know, when I first started drinking them, I used to drink them every single day, at least a bottle. And I did not get sick. I never got sick. And even when I was in the classroom with sick kids all day, never got sick. So I personally do think that they have some, health benefits. But delicious. So whether they have it or not, they are delicious and I love them. Did not intend to talk about kombucha that much. But yeah, they're just so good. It's my favorite drink. I'm I don't know. I'm going to stop saying that I'm going to go ahead and finish this in like the same day because I'm not. I really enjoy the project too. It's just, I don't know. I guess I've just been doing other stuff. And I keep hearing Cody behind me. Oh, he's just laying down, relaxing, making his Cody noises. Oh, so something else I want to show you guys. So I'm going to, Cody, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to set this blanket aside for a second. And I'm going to show you one of the magazines. Oh my gosh, I feel like the fibers from the yarn are like getting stuck to my face because it's all hot and I feel all sweaty and gross and yeah. But yeah, so one of the things I did want to show you guys was one of these magazines. And I thought it might be fun to just flip through and just show you guys some of the projects, what I think of them and that kind of stuff. So this is one of the magazines that belonged to my grandma. She has a million of these things. So downstairs I have a huge shelf just filled with all of her, like just tons of her like quilting books and her magazines like this. And I thought it might be kind of fun. I just pulled out a stack. Put that back. So I just pulled out a little stack. Some painting ones, general crafting, and found this one, which is just a half a book, like part of it's missing, but it's actually a crochet book. I was really excited when I saw this, and it's fallen apart. It starts at page 19, but pretty cool. I don't know if this magazine like still exists, but some pretty cool stuff in here. So there's all different types of crafts, which is kind of what I love. Oh, and this, as soon as I saw this, I was like, this is me. Like, look at this comic. It's so funny. So all I need, you know, scissors, glue, thread, and all that stuff. Open the door, and all your craft supplies fly out. Yeah, that's me. I love that there's a picture of the cat in the background. I'm like, yeah, this is me. I think I can just grab, like, you know, I get a craft idea. I think I need just a few basic supplies, and then I open up my craft storage area, and this happens. So I thought that was kind of a funny little advertisement. Let's see. Really pretty quilt. Oh, polyfill. Oh, you know, I was so surprised when I saw this. So it is an advertisement for a badge maker. A badge a minute, I guess. You know, I actually got into badge making about a year ago. And I make different types of badges. Like some of them I turn into keychains like this. I love this one. Kinda moody. Yeah, so these are just made with a badge maker. Some of them I'll put like the, you know, the little clip thing on the back so you can, you know, pin it to something. Some of them I put magnets on the back. Some of them I'll put like a mirror on the back for like a little compact. And yeah, they're just little badges basically. And I thought this was, I mean, I know badges are something like, you know, you can buy retro badges, but I just kind of thought like this at-home badge making thing was something that was more recent, I was thinking almost. But then I saw the advertisement for this and I'm like, wow, this thing has been around a lot. And when I actually bought my badge maker, I did see this one. And I was kind of interested in it because the price was really good. Like way back then it was like 30 bucks. I think right now it's about $50. And when I saw that, I was like, that's a decent price compared to some of the others I saw. But I didn't realize that the badges that it uses, you can only use the ones from this company. So that's where the money comes in because their badge parts are really, really pricey. So that's kind of why I went with a different one. But I was just really surprised. Like, hey, this company has been around quite a while. Then I saw this on the next page and I'm like, embroidery machines? That's awesome. Some painting. And this was something I did as a child. I didn't do cross stitch. I never finished anything cross stitch. That I didn't have the patience. But plastic canvas. I actually had this kit. This Looney Tunes coaster kit. I think I only finished though. I know I made Tweety. I remember because Tweety was my favorite. I made Bugs Bunny. I don't think I finished any of the others though. I probably started the Daffy Duck one and didn't finish it, but oh, I remember I had these and I so proud of them. Love these so much. Some of them I didn't even want to open, but I did open the coaster one. I don't quite remember what the other ones I had. I don't think I had this one. So cute. But plastic canvas was actually my absolute favorite craft as a child. Like, I did so much plastic canvas. I loved it so much. So when I saw this, I hadn't thought about like the whole plastic canvas Looney Tunes things in so long, but when I saw this, I was like, just brought up so many memories. Some more embroidery. Kind of cool. Centerpiece. I thought these were cute. Making little sock bunnies. I thought that was adorable. And then I saw this. Crochet! So I love it. These little hexagon granny squares. I think this is so cute. It's a great scrap project too. Oh no, I got a cat coming on the way over. You coming in frame, Katie? Alright, she's just a passing by. Going to the window to relax. Yeah, so I love this. I think this would be such a fun project. Just using like all different colors from the scrap bin and using like, you know, a white or something to, you know, put them together. Or I'd like to do the second round. I just love this. It looks really thick. I don't know, it looks like it's a bulky yarn, but I don't think it is. But quite pretty. And a size H hook. Love it. So this might, I don't know, like I have a lot of projects going, but again, something that I really like that I might kind of look into making. Some instructions on how to crochet. Some stenciling, painting. I got an advertisement for Red Heart yarn. Red Heart was actually my grandma's favorite too. I love Red Heart. I don't know, I'm not picky with yarn. I like whatever is on sale, pretty much. Then we have some St. Patrick's Day things. This reminds me of like classroom activities, because, you know, always doing the classroom stuff like this I would always be doing. Oh, those are cute. So, some more cross stitch, making some little shamrocks. I'm not really into I don't really do holiday stuff on my own. Just like when I was a teacher, you know, the holidays were important for the kids, so I would always, you know, have to decorate, and we'd always do holiday themed things. Do like these. I've been watching so much of Isela's crafting life and her making her dolls. Like, I've never been a doll person. I grew up, I liked Legos. Like, I liked building stuff. Like, I didn't play with dolls. I did have a dollhouse, though. I liked it to decorate, though. Like, that was my part. I loved to move the furniture around. I remember I always dust all the furniture all the time. Like, it's a really, I still have it. It's actually in the garage. I wish I should get this out. I'm going to take this out. Okay, it's a dollhouse. It's an adult dollhouse. Like, I got, my mom and grandma got it for me for Christmas one year. And it's not like a child one. They got it for me, but it's not for a child. It's one of those all wood, like, amazing dollhouses. The front of it, like, you can open it, and it actually, like, the design of it, it's not exact, but it looks very similar to the house that I live in. So I grew up in this house. Actually, fun fact, my bedroom was my grandma's bedroom. It's kind of funny. Like, I actually have her furniture. So I don't know if you can see, but behind me, I have like that tall cabinet. I have two of those, the dresser. This is actually my grandma's furniture. When I growing up, my room was downstairs, and, you know, when I moved out, went to college and did all that stuff, that room got taken over. And when I moved back home, my grandma was downstairs, so the only empty room in the house was this one. So I was very, very happy to move back in here. I did paint and everything because, you know, her walls were solid, and I was like, nah, I mean like white, and I'm like, nah, I need lime green, hot pink, orange. So yeah, so kind of funny. The headboard was my grandma's and everything, and I know this furniture is old. She got this furniture when she first moved here. It's old. I know it's out of style. It's old, and I'm not going to change it ever because the quality of it is amazing. Like, it's solid wood. Like, that dresser, moving that thing is insane. It is so heavy because it is just solid wood. And I'm like, I know, like, when I look at furniture in the stores and I'm like, oh, it looks so nice, but I know, like, it is not made like this. Like, my dresser, I can walk across it, no problem. Like, whenever I need to change my curtains, I just, like, climb up on the dresser because it does not move. Like, it does not budge. It's so heavy. So, yeah, I love it. It's her furniture, and love it. I'm going to keep it. Kind of random fact, huh? But, I have no idea. Okay. Why I was talking. Okay, now I remember. We were talking about dolls, and I was saying, you know, as a kid, I didn't play with dolls other than my doll house. I did have like some dolls like I would use for staging. Like, I didn't actually like play with them. I like to stage the house. So yeah, I didn't really just play with dolls. But just recently, I've just been watching so much of Isalla's crafting life, and her making these dolls. It's really getting me interested in them. So every time now that I see a pattern that's related to dolls and doll making, it always makes me stop a little bit. So just like looking at this, I think these are actually kind of cute. I like these, and I do want to learn how to sew, like sew clothing. So part of me is like, if I learn how to sew like doll clothing, I'm going to learn some different techniques. And I mean, that's like a one way to get into sewing, right? I don't know. I like these. I don't know if I would actually make them yet, but they're quite cute. So a doll that you can order. Lots of order forms in this book. So this is a crochet shirt. It's interesting. I don't think I would actually wear it. Sleeves are huge. It's kind of cool. I don't know. If I made it though, I would have to use like some crazy color, like some really neon-y, super bright, colorful, variegated yarn for it. I think I would like it then. Oh, it's crochet and knit. Oh, that's cool. So I'm wondering, like, are the sleeves actually knit then? Yeah, so I think maybe. So I guess maybe the front vest part is like crochet, and then the sleeves are actually knit. That's actually kind of interesting. Got some instructions on how to crochet. These are cute. Some cushions. I do like also card making. I like using like, you know, rubber stamps to make like little cards like this. I think that's kind of fun. Yeah, I do like that a lot. And I also like, you know, like just making like little notebooks, like using scrapbook paper and like just also just regular printer paper. And then just cutting it up, stapling it together, sewing it together or whatever. And then decorating a cover for it to make like a little, just a handy little journal to, you know, jot stuff down. I love doing that. And then this is just like all the patterns that you're going to need, which I think is kind of cool. So they're already full size. And yeah, you got all the patterns in here. It's pretty cool. Some more painting. Okay, we're going to get to that. Hold on. Oh, this. Okay, this really got me with some ideas. I want to get into quilting. And when I saw this, I thought this was so cool because they use like paint and permanent marker to make this little design. But I was thinking what would be so cool. I do sublimation too, where it's basically you can take whatever image you want and put it on a different thing. And I was thinking I could take a piece of white fabric and I could sublimate pictures of my cats or whatever and have a photo pillow. I was like, that'd be so cute. So yeah, I might try making a pillow. I was looking at how to do it. The only thing I don't have, they're using piping going along the edge, and that's something I don't have. I have fabric, I have the buttons, I have everything else I need, I have the filling. I just would need to get some piping, and then I could make myself a set of pillows with my cat pictures on them. I thought that'd be so cute and so fun. Thought these were cool. I was really interested in like how you do that. It's like a 3D textured paint. Another thing I definitely want to get into is using like the oven baked clay. I've never done that before, and I watch a lot of YouTube of people making like minis, like dollhouse stuff. I'm like, if I get into oven baking, then I can get my dollhouse out and I can, you know, make my own miniatures for it. Like, how fun would that be? Okay, and this is something I made as a child. I used to make like the checkbook covers for my mom, but I would mostly do plastic canvas. I would do some out of felt like this, but I made her like I don't know how many checkbook covers, and I know she didn't want them, but she'd always act like she did. Like every time I would give her one, she'd always act like it was the most beautiful thing she'd ever seen. So yeah, I made her a lot of these. I also made her a lot of plastic canvas eyeglass cases. Oh, those were the greatest times making all that stuff. But this is my project. It's a Siamese cat. Oh, I think it's so cute. Like, as soon as I saw this, I was just, I have to make it. I just think it's so cute. It's my Cody. So yeah, I'm probably gonna make this. I don't want the book to get messed up, so I'm probably gonna like just take a picture of it or like scan it or something and just use it on my iPad, because you know I love the book. I don't want the books to get like, I know if I'm using them, I'm very clumsy, I'm gonna spill something on them. So I'm gonna just make a copy of this page and the rest of the pattern in here. Some more dolls. Love these things. I have a massive collection of these like decorative scissors from like scrapbooking and stuff. Memories. My grandma had this thing. I remember seeing like the infomercials on it and she wanted one. I don't know how, but somehow she found it at like either a thrift store or a yard sale or something and got one of these for like very little money. Like, she was like me, does not pay full price for anything. Yeah, some more Christmas stuff. And yeah, I don't really do anything, you know, Christmas or anything. And I think that's actually all the projects. Some different stuff. Some stenciling. Ooh, watercolors. Another thing I want to get into, learning how to paint, how to do watercolors. Acrylic painting as well. Yeah, so that's it. Alright, so I was actually planning to not spend this much time. I'm looking at my recording now and I'm like, I've been recording for 30 minutes. So I have been yammering on way too long. So I am going to end it here. I'm probably going to go back through and try to edit this down because, yeah, I've been talking way too long. But yeah, so I hope you guys are just having a really great Sunday. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Hope you enjoy the rest of the day. I'm going to go ahead, edit this down, and get it uploaded to YouTube. So I hope you guys all have just a great day. I love you all, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.